Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at Northeastern Clinton Central School. We're here on this Friday evening, January 13th, 1989. We're here for a girls varsity volleyball game featuring the home team, Northeastern Clinton Cougars, and the visitors from MAI, the Mounties. The lineup for Josie Cliffs Cougars will include number 12, Michelle Studwell. Number 14, Sarah Taylor. Number 11, Kathleen Hicks. Number 9, Kim Brown. Number 15, Annette Robbins. A little slow today, first home game of the season. Number 2, Rachel Patre. Number 13, Sadie Charlin. And somewhere out of our sight at the moment, there she is back there. Number 16, Sarah Sample. We'll be back with the MAI lineup and the start of this CVAC. Brief but important messages. MAI is coached by Aya Griffith. Her lineup will include, I hope they keep moving here on us, let's see, number 11, Lean Turgeon. Number 10, Mary Jo Myers. Further back to us, number 5, Kathleen McGrath. Number 7, Tammy Brayette. Number 6, Teresa Perry. Number 12, Bridget Pavois. Somewhere out there should be a number 3. There she is, Maureen McGrath. And we should have a number 9. There she is, Kim Sweenor. And I don't see her on the floor. She might not be here. Number 8, Nikki Faneff. Starting for the Cougars tonight, we see Drown, Sample, Hicks, Charlin, Studwell, and Patre. On the floor for the Mounties, we have Perry, Kathleen McGrath, Turgeon, Brayette, Sweenor, and one other player whose number we can't pick up. We believe it's the other McGrath. It's Maureen McGrath, yes. The Mounties will serve first. And this could be the final trip for MAI to Northeastern. I don't think they have another game here at Northeastern, so this is an historic event. The final time that Mount Assumption will come to Northeastern Clinton to play volleyball. They'll go to the Cougars, and Bert Sample will serve first. The varsity girls play best 3 out of 5. Games are to 15 off the net. And it goes to the Mounties. Serving will be Sweenor. Games are 15, win by 2. And as I said, 3 out of 5 games. Drops in. And the Mounties score first. They lead 1-0. Out. Sadie Charlin will serve. Drops it in. It's a... must have just nicked the net as it goes to the Mounties. Thought it was a good one. Hicks gets it across. Sample back for Charlin. Patre off the net. 2-0 the Mounties lead. Cougars 0-1. They lost to Plattsburgh High in the opening game of the season on the road. Their first home game of '89. Hicks hit it across, and it's got a catch at the net for McGrath, and the ball will go to the Cougars. Michelle Studwell serving. She gets it in there. Nice return, but way outside. A diving return for Bryant for the Mounties, and she just hit it into the next county. Bryant consistent that time there. She bounced it into the net. It's 2-1 now. 2-2, excuse me, 2-2, just changed the score clock. Studwell looked like she hurt her fingers a little bit that time. McGrath serving for the Mounties. Patre gets it across. It is just barely out. And Rachel Patre will serve in this 2-2 ball game. First of possible 5. Round. Round called for, I don't know, some kind of a illegal hit on the ball, I guess. This is the other McGrath. This is Kathleen McGrath. Mounties leading 3-2, and it's going to be 4-2. Wait a minute. Sarah Sample with a beautiful shot. Kathleen Hicks said, hit it. Looked like there was no chance on that one. I was ready to rack up the point for MAI, and Bert Sample hit it across. Kathleen Hicks serving. Sample sets up Charlin. Charlin goes deep. And a point for the Cougars. (3-3) the score. Cougars looking to jump ahead. Drown back. Sample back to Drown. And it's 4-3 Northeastern. This crowd really getting excited here. They may not be able to hold them back. 4-3 Northeastern leads. Hicks will serve. They'll go back to MAI. Serving will be Lean Turgeon. Studwell. Sample sets up Charlin. Kim Drown serving. Cougars are up 5-3. Mountie ball. And server is Teresa Perry. Studwell to sample, and what do we have? A point for the Mounties, 5-4. On to the net is the Cougar ball. Northeastern leading 5-4. Sample about to serve. Out 6-4. Have a substitute coming in to replace Tammy Briette. We have Mary Jo Myers. Sample serving. Looks like it was going out. Sample to Patre. Sample gets it back. Nice one by Hicks. Charlin gets it over. Charlin off her head. I'm not sure what the ref called that one. Hit off her head. I don't see why it should be illegal. And I guess they're going to let her reserve. 6-4. That's deep. Kim Sweenor serving for MAI. A catch. Myers caught that one. 6-4. And a freshman, Sadie Charlin. Charlin made quite a splash when she came up to the varsity late in the season in soccer. And she's starting the season here as a varsity player, just a freshman. Good athlete. (8-4). Cougars in the lead. Sample. Myers with a nice hit, going to be out. 9-4. That's wide. And Mary Jo Myers serving for the Mounties. Hicks gets it across. That's out. And let's see who's going to serve. It's Studwell's turn. We have a MAI timeout with the score. Northeastern 9. Mount Assumption 4. Game number 1 in the best of 5. Michelle Studwell about to serve. Cougars leading 9-4. Game number 1, best of 5. The serve is wide. And Maureen McGrath will serve for MAI. Studwell, Patre, and It's 9-5. Goodwell, Patre, Drown. Patre setting up Drown. It's in there. Rachel Patre will serve. Nice hit by Kathleen Hicks. And the Cougars lead 10-5. Patre came up last year at the end of the season. Played for the varsity in the sectionals. Did a nice job. This is Kathleen McGrath. Cougars lost in the sectional finals last year to the Peru Indians. Put in a good performance. They beat Plattsburgh High School in the semifinals. Brown gets the ball in, and Northeastern will serve again. Kathleen Hicks will be the server. 10-5 our score. Off the net, it'll go back to the Mounties. And the server will be Turgeon. Off the net. And Kim Brown will serve. Charlin, Patre, Sample. 11-5 Northeastern. Five. $13. That'll be 14. Cougars 1 point away from winning game number 1. Brown can put this game in the books with this serve. Gets it across, it's in, and Northeastern takes a 1-0 lead with a 15-5 victory over the visiting Mounties. So the Cougars take game number 1 in this best-of-5 match. On the floor for Northeastern, game number 2, we have Sarah Sample, Kim Drown, Kathleen Hicks, Sadie Charlin, Sarah Taylor, and Rachel Patre. Cougars will serve first. Sarah Sample. Hicks hits it up, Sample sets it up for Patre. Sample calls for it, Patre setting up Charlin. Kim Sweenor serving for the Mounties. Off Taylor's fingertips. 1-0 MAI. Nothing Mounties. Eve Engelbrecht here in the stands. She'll be ready to play next game. She doesn't have enough practices in at the moment, but she'll be ready on Monday as we're taping this, so she'll have played by the time you see this, hopefully. Drops in. MAI jumping off to a quick lead here. They lead 3-0 in game number 2. Nothing. Some of the basketball team here lending their support to the volleyball club. It drops in, and Josie Cliff wants to talk to her team. They're down 5-0 in game number 2 of this best of 5. Would have been out. John gets it back. Sample. Charland and Patre. Hicks. Sample. Taylor. Yes. Patre. Sample sets up Charland. Somebody into the net. What do we have here? Somebody from MAI into the net. So it's Cougar ball. Starlin will serve. Nothing. It goes back to the Mounties. And Myers is the server. Brown. And Taylor chases it outside. 6-0. Cougars took the first game easily. MAI, however, jumping off to a 7-0 lead. Hicks spikes it home. A big play there, Kathleen Hicks. Maybe can get her team back in this game. And we have Studwell coming in. She's going to be serving here, and Taylor comes out. I don't recall Taylor from last year. This might be her first year as a volleyball player. Studwell with a nice serve. 7-0. The Cougars are down. It's 7-1. McGrath gets it over. Patry to Hicks. Nice save, Sample. It's going to be MAI ball, 7-1. And Maureen McGrath serving. Kathleen McGrath at the net. Nice job there. 8-1. Sample takes it. Hicks to Drown. Have a catch. 8-1. Patry serving. Nice serve by Rachel Patre, and we have an 8-2 ball game. Cougars need to pick up 3-4 points per serve to get back in here. They'll get 2 at least. It's 8-3. Patre, Studwell, Sample puts it across, but she touched the net. So the ball goes back to MAI, and we have Kathleen McGrath serving. Hicks calls for it. Sample got it back to Hicks, and Sweenor called for catching it at the net, 8-3. And Kathleen Hicks, the server. It's out, 8-4. Back to MAI. Turgeon will serve. (8-4), Kim Brown. Perry serving for MAI. 9-4. Hicks. Yes. Big play, Sadie Charlin over the net. Big play for the Cougars. 9-4, and Sample serving. So a big play and our number 1 server coming up. Chance for the Cougars to get psyched up and take a point or 2. It should be out. No. Maybe we'll take a closer look at that one. Maybe we can zoom in on that one and get a better view. Hicks hits it back. 9-4. The server for MAI was Kim Sweenor that time. We have Annette Robbins going to come in to do some serving. Robbins replaces Charlin. And Cougars trail 9-5. Robbins always one of the Cougars' top servers. And of course, as soon as I say things like that, it jinxes them, so I should keep quiet. Myers serving for MAI. They lead 9-5. Brown. Sample. Patre. Sample. And Hicks. Nice play by the Mounties. Good. Couple good hits there by MAI. Hicks again. And Kathleen took a little bit off that. A little change up that time. She hit 2 that Teresa Perry made beautiful stops on. A little bit of a change up that time. And Cougars will get the ball. 9-5 is the score with a timeout on the floor. Fedwell serving, hits it deep. Hit deep, and it's going to be MAI ball, 9-5, the Mounties lead. Kathleen McGrath, sample. And Maureen McGrath at the net, gets it 10-5. The 11-5, that's wide. And number 2, Rachel Patre will serve. The 11-5, the Cougars trail, 11-6. Brown to sample. He sails in. Sample with a catch. 11-6. And it's, let's see, 12-6. 12-6. MAI close to tying this match. Robbins to sample. And the Cougars will serve. Kathleen Hicks will serve. Drown, sample, drown. Fedwell, sample, setting up Charlin. Into the net. Perry went into the net as 12-8. Cougars on the comeback trail. Hicks will serve. Northeastern closing the gap, coming back here. If they can take this one, they'll have a comfortable 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 match. That probably would have been out. Probably would have been out, but Perry had to go for it. Nobody called her out. It's 12-10. Cougars can tie. A smiling Kathleen Hicks will serve. Gets it in. Drown. Can get an angle on it. 12-11. Cougars back in this game. And serving will be Turgeon for the Mounties. Fedwell, sample, Charlin, drops it in. Oh, nice save by the Mounties. They're tied 12-12. And let's see, Kim Drown going to serve. Brown's first year with the volleyball team. She's been on the basketball club for her high school career. Ball goes back to MAI. Mounties still lead 12-11. Harry's serve is good. It's going to be out. And Cougars turn. And Sarah Sample will serve. Dropped in. Nice play by McGrath. Sweenor serving for MAI. Brown, Studwell. Sample takes it. At the net, Charlin. Nice play. Going to be out. Going to be Cougar serve. Big play. Sadie Charlin. And the freshman will serve. Chance to tie it. Back to MAI. Mary Jo Myers serving. (13-11). And another timeout here. Josie Cliff wants another time to talk to her team here. Sample had called for that and got out of the way at the last second. And it's 14-11. Mounties can tie the match here. They do. We're tied. MAI takes game number 2, 15-11. And we are tied in this best-of-5 match. 1 game each. Kim Sweenor will serve for MAI. Game number 3, best-of-5 match. We're tied 1-1. And it's quickly going to go to the Cougars. MAI jumped off to a quick lead last game, and the Cougars made a big comeback, but not quite enough. The Sample drops it in. Over an ace. And Cougars will take the lead here, 1-0. Northeastern leads 2-0. They play it off that center whatchamajigger there in the varsity. Saw a couple bounce off there in the JV game, but it's out of play apparently in the JV game. But they play him off for here. 2-0. It goes back to the Mounties, and Myers serves 2-1. Myers can tie it. Sample off the ceiling and hit on the bottom of it, went across. And when it does that, just barely out. When it hits on the bottom and goes across, then it's out of play. If it hits on the side and bounces back to the same side it came from, then it's still in play. 2-2. Charlin serves it into the net. And McGrath will serve for MAI. Brown. Sample from Hicks. Sample. Patry for Studwell. Drops in for the Mounties. And MAI leads 3-2. Ball will go to Northeastern. Studwell serving. Deep. Maureen McGrath for MAI. Sample. He saves it. Patry gets it across. And what do we have? Patry into the net. So it's 4-2 MAI. Deep. Patry serves. Brown gets it back. Perry with a nice hit. And it's 6-2. We have Turgeon serving here for the Mounties. Whoa, on the line. Just barely out. That was close. From this angle, I would have called it in. But they don't call the game from this angle. Hicks serving. Cougars down 6-2. Brown hits it deep. It's in. Northeastern trails 6-3. Kathleen Hicks will serve again. Northeastern coming back a little bit sooner this time. Teresa Perry serving for the Mounties. They lead 6-4. Hicks with a nice hit. Ooh, might have been out, but it was played. Nice one there by Sample, another one. Sample doing a nice job at the net. And Myers drops it in for the Mounties. Makes it 7-4. 8-4. 9-4. And we have a timeout. Josie Cliff wants to talk to her team. They trail 9-4, game number 2. Teresa Perry serving. Our team up 9-4. Game number 3. Best of 5. We're tied 1-1. Brown with a nice hit. Northeastern down 10-4. Eleven to 4. 12-4. Thirteen 4. Josie Cliff, another timeout. Their team in danger of dropping behind 2 games to 1. Perry serves. 13-4 the score. Cougars will get the serve back. Down a hit from Sarlin. Kim Brown, the server. Out. The ball goes back to Kim Sweenor in MAI, where the Mounties leading 13-4. (14-4). Northeastern took the first game handily and looked like they were on their way to an easy victory over the visiting Mounties. But the Mounties came out strong in game number 2. And they have dominated this game since the early going. It was a slight comeback at one point. The Cougars trailed 6-4. But the Mounties win their second game 15-4, and they are 1 game away from taking this best-of-5 match. Game number 4, best-of-5 match. The Cougars need this one to keep this match alive. Kim Brown leading off, gets it in. Hits up above, and the Cougars jump off to a 1-0 lead. They jumped off the lead in the last game, but dropped at 15-4 last game of this match. Sweenor serving for MAI. Cougars lead 1-0. Back to the Cougars. Sample will serve. Two to nothing, Northeastern. Off the net. And Mary Jo Myers serves for the Mounties. This is the only time these two teams will meet this year. I'm looking at the schedule at the moment. Drops in. And let's see, we're going back to the Cougars with Northeastern down 2-1. Robbins will come in to serve for Charlin. Robbins gets it in. That's out. And we're tied 2-2. So unless they meet in the sectionals, this will be the last time that the Cougars will ever face Mount Assumption. Mount Assumption As I'm sure all of you are aware, McGrath serving. Brown with a hit. Sample goes over to keep it in, and Taylor gets it across, but out. On Assumption and St. John's Central will be merging following this school year. 3-2, Cougars up. Mounties can tie on this, and they will. 3-3. Out. Sarah Taylor will serve for Northeastern. Gets it across, left-handed serve. Sample to Hicks. Back to Burt. Goes to Northeastern, 4-3. Maureen McGrath hits to the net. Then quickly goes back to the Cougars. Rachel Patre. Northeastern. That's out. Tammy Brayette serving for MAI. And it's now 5-4 Cougars. Mounties can tie, they do. Nope. They do. It's 5-5, just barely out. Studwell coming back in. 5-5 the score. Robbins. Hicks and Sample. That's out. Sadie Sherlin back in to play the net. Replacing Robbins, and we have Kathleen Hicks serving. Tied 5-5. Game number 4. Cougars need this one to tie this match. Send it to the rubber game. Drops in, 6-5. Nice one. Kathleen Hicks with a beautiful play. Drown hits it just out. Just in. Excuse me, just on the line. (7-5). Ruled just barely in. Brown, double, the catch. Hit underneath the ball. Can't do that. 7-5. And Perry serving for the Mounties. (7-6). The Mounties can tie it here. Wide. No. Refs are saying it's in. The refs say it's in. We're tied 7-7. That's into the net. Every Cougar serve. Kim Brown to do the honors. Back to the Mounties. We're tied 7-7. The server, Kim Sweenor. hit. And she'll serve. Northeastern leads 8-7. We have a timeout for the Mounties. Sample with the serve. 9-7 Northeastern. Rob McCullough on me to get a shot of his jacket down there. Back to MAI, 10-7, the Cougars lead. Mary Jo Myers. It's it outside. And Annette Robbins will come in, replacing Charlene to serve. Into the net. 10-7 back to the Mounties and Kathleen McGrath. 10-8. 10-9. The Mounties can tie. If they win this game, the match is over. Cougars have got to win this one to keep the match alive. Patry gets it across. Deep, it's out. Michelle Studwell will serve for Northeastern. Studwell, a sophomore. Northeastern leading by 1 point. The ball goes back to MAI and Maureen McGrath. Ten to 10. The Mounties lead 11 to 10. A serving infraction gives it back to the Cougars. Rachel Patry with a chance to tie it. Out. No. I think it would have been in. Robbins played it and I think it would have been in. But it's back to the Mounties. Back to Northeastern. The server that time for MAI was Brayette. And we have Charlene coming in to replace Robbins. Kathleen Hicks serving. Cougars down by 1. They have to win this one. At the net, they say that sample was into the net. So it goes back to MAI and Perry will serve. In. Back to the Cougars. Kim Drown serving. Charlin. We're tied at 11. Brown can put her team up. Not this time. Sweenor serving for MAI. We're tied at 11 all, game 4. Net. And it's 12-11 MAI as we have a Northeastern timeout. The Mounties lead 2 games to 1. They lead by 1. They have the serve. 3 points away from winning the match. It's wide. It goes to the Cougars. Sarah Sample to serve. Beautiful play. I think it was Brad who came over to save that one. A beautiful play. Or maybe it was Perry. Into the stands to save that ball, and the Mounties are up by 1, and a chance to put this game out of reach. 13-11. Josie Cliff wants a timeout. Her team 2 points away from losing. You've got to like MAI's chances in this game. Go to the Cougars. The Cougars are not dead yet. Put the shovels away. The Cougars are still alive in this game. Sadie Charlin. Just out of reach, it goes back to the Mounties and Kathleen McGrath. The Mounties 1 point away from winning it. McGrath serves. Brown keeps it alive. Patry into the net, and that's it. Cougars dropped their home opener after a beautiful start. The Mounties made a very strong comeback. And they take the game, 15-11, game number 3. And that takes the match 3 games to 1. So that's the way it was at Northeastern Clinton on this Friday, January 13th, 1988.